Hello everyone, welcome to Vibration Lab. So my name is Monoranjan Dora. Today I am going to demonstrate you about the Vibration Lab experiment of free vibration of a spring mass system. Okay, so in this experiment we are going to learn this thing. This is the objective of this experiment. So we are going to get the natural frequency of this spring mass system. Okay, this is the observe its response of initial disturbance and type of system based on damping ratio. Okay, you need to find also damping ratio of this experiment of the spring and natural frequency you need to find out. So this is the manual. So in this manual I will provide you the soft copy. You can read it and you can get the detail of this experiment. So I will overview this lab manual a little bit of. So one part of this experiment it is virtual. I will share one LabVIEW simulation. On the simulation, you can get the result on your PC. For that, you need to do particular setting. I will show later on. Okay, after this manual description, I will show that how to set up in your PC. I will share that NI LabVIEW file. In that file, you need to install something in your PC. So NI LabVIEW software runtime engine, which will be it need to be installed in your PC. Then you can run our simulation file, but we will share it to you later on. Okay, so basic terminologies for free vibration is given here. You can read it. Free vibration takes place when a system oscillates under the action of force inherent in a system itself due to initial disturbance. Okay, initial disturbance if you give, then it will occur a free vibration. Okay, then what is frequency? It is given the frequency number of oscillation complete per unit time known as frequency. And what is natural frequency? The frequency of free vibration of a system is called natural vibration. Sorry, natural frequency. Okay, so frequency of free vibration it will be called as natural frequency of that particular system. So in this case we have a spring and a mass system. Okay, so damping, what is damping? The resistance of motion of vibrating bodies called damping. Okay, then these are the things diagrams you need to get in the manual. When a spring, the K is stiffness, so load is there. Initially, no, this is the spring with stiffness K. This is unloaded position. If you apply some particular load or mass here M, then it will displace deflect by the position this one X. Okay. So this is a free body diagram of spring mass system. From that you can get this equation. Okay, M double dot plus K X equal to 0. Then you get natural frequency omega n equal to root over K by M. K is stiffness, M is mass. Then X is the simplification. X you can get from this S sin omega n by T plus B cos omega n into T. Okay, so this is the theoretical part. You need to read it. Okay, so damping ratio zeta equal to C by, okay, C by C suffix C. So C is a critical damping coefficient. Okay, okay, these are the condition of spring. This is these are the condition of system for over damped system. This is the condition for critically damped system. This is the condition. Okay, for under damped condition, these are the condition. Okay, so these are the formula. You can read it. So I will go to this graph. Okay, so finally in the experiment you will get this type of graph. Amplitude, this side will be this amplitude. This side you get amplitude, and this side it will be time. Okay, time you can get time. So by analyzing this, you need to find out the natural frequency and stiffness of the this spring is our main objective of this experiment. Okay, so in this graph, this is the time t1 in this place. Okay, this is for time this is time 2, and this value, 1 minute, this this value is x1, and this is the t1. Okay, this is t1. Okay, see, it is a the damped frequency. See, it will be amplitude is higher here, and it will be reducing here. So up to fourth cycle it is reducing. Up to fourth cycle it is here. Okay, so cycle, you might know, this is the distance from here to here, or you can take from this position to this position. Okay, for one cycle. Okay. Then this is the logarithmic decrement of that frequency of this graph. You can get in the data equation system. So from that you need to find the logarithmic decrement of this graph. Say this is the x1 value, you need to put here. X2 value, you can this length, so you can put here, so you can get this. Okay, so if this formula is equal to zeta equal to natural frequency, and this is, and this is zeta is the z one, this is zeta equal to natural frequency equal to time period of oscillation. This one, this is called, this is time period of oscillation. Okay, time period of oscillation. This one, this value. Now this is the time period of oscillation. Okay, then this zeta equal to this one formula you can get by putting substitute equation, these two equation, you can get this formula. Okay, so this is experimental part. So theoretical calculation, you might know that the formula for stiffness of spring is equal to this one, k equal to g d4 d to the power 4 divided by 8 d cube n. So this is the formula for stiffness of spring. So this is the torsion modulus of the, or this is the diameter, wire diameter of the spring. Okay, this is the mean coil diameter, d mean. So we have that two spring, spring 1, spring A and spring B. These are the data for that spring. Okay, this is the system. We will connect one accelerometer here. You put one mass here. This is the mass. This is the sensor. This is the sensor. This is the sensor. This is the spring. Okay, so here computer you get the those data of the system. Okay. So these are the two types of spring is available in the simulation part. You can get it. Okay. So in the simulation also you get this graph from load versus elongation of the spring, where this is the this by this slope is called stiffness of this spring. Okay. So this is for corrective mass. So this is the for natural frequency, and this is the equal to stiffness divided by m effective. M effective, this is the effective mass. Okay, at the free end. So these are the things, and sample calculations also given here for your help. Okay, these are the sample calculation for your help. You can see this, how to find this data, stiffness, and then corrective mass, how to get the directly. You can divide that mass by 9.81 acceleration due to gravity. You can get the corrective mass here, and natural frequency. If you put this formula, you get the natural frequency in terms of radian per second. Okay, so experimental setup. This is the experimental setup. Okay, spring with a mass system. Okay, this is the system experimental setup for spring mass system. There is a mass, there is accelerometer, so we get the data from there. This is the DAQ system from where we are collecting the data. I will so demonstrate the experimental part in the next section, next segment of this video. You will get a clear view of that experiment, how to perform. Okay, the experiment procedure is given. These things. Okay. So virtually how it is doing. So there is a software. You need to install the NILabVIEW runtime engine. You get this interface, and one by one, first you need to fill up your name, uh, name here, the branch here, this email, these things. The picture is not clear, but I will share the PDF file of this manual. You can get a clear picture of this manual. Okay. Then finally, putting all those values, you can get this stiffness and everything. You can get by simulation file, and you can get this graph or everything in that file. So you can get this frequency output, then you can verify all those things you can get in the simulation file. Okay, then finally what you need to do, we are collecting a set of data for you for a particular tension spring. We are did one experiment in our lab, so we take one tension spring. From that tension spring, you need to need to find out these parameters. So we are giving the data of the spring, spring diameter, spring wire diameter, free length of the spring, active coil, everything, and mass we put 4 kg here, modulus of rigidity is given. So first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, fourth cycle. That graph, whatever I shown in my previous section of this video, if you go to that video, that graph, you will able to understand what is x1, x2, and x3, and x5. So for your clear view, I will again back to that file. Let me go back to that part. Let me go. So from this data, whatever we give you at the last, you need to find out the natural frequency of that given spring. Okay. So wait for a minute. Wait. So this is the graph. So these are the x1 value. X1 means from here to here. X1, don't be confused. X1 value is from this value. This value. This is called x1, and this value is x2. Sorry, this value is x3. Like we are taking a 5 cycle data. So this is the timeline. This is t1 and this is t2. Okay. These are the data for you. From that data, you need to calculate these things. I will show you. So you need, from this data, you need to calculate what? Find the stiffness of this spring. From above data and natural frequency of the system. For your help, everything is given, all formulas are given here. You just put there and find out the stiffness and natural frequency of this spring. Interestingly, this spring is nothing but it is taken from a cycle stand. Okay, cycle stand, bicycle stand, if you notice there is a spring. So that spring I'm collecting those data. You can try to find out these things in your experiment. Okay, now move to our next part of video, which is simulation part. Okay, okay, let's move to our simulation part of this experiment, free vibration of a spring mass system. So this is the file, spring mass system. I will share this file to you. So what you need to do first, at first you need to install the NILabVIEW runtime engine to your PC. Okay, runtime engine you need to your PC, you need to install. Then this LabVIEW database file you need to copy from here, and you can paste in C drive. Okay, C drive. This C drive you can paste here. Okay. Then you need to go back there. 1 minute. You need to go back to the previous file. Then open this first file. There's the application part, you need to click it, double click there, it will open like this. Okay, then you need to this is the objective of this experiment is written here, you need to read this, then click next page, then click user detail here, type your name. So my name is Manuranjan, I will type in my name like this. So branch mechanical institute like IIT Guwahati, email ID, my email ID. So okay, these are the things you need to click it. Okay, so it will come, message will come like this. Then okay, then two question is asking here: does the natural frequency of a system depend on mass? It is answer will be yes. What happened the natural frequency if mass of the body get doubled? But mass of the body get doubled, then what will happen then? So it will be definitely a decrease. Natural frequency will decrease. The submit that. Oh, okay, I got 2 out of 2. Very good. Okay, then click it next page, submit, then next page, then go to input. Okay, so this is the simulation already going on. This is showing the spring is oscillating about some mass. Just you need to select a particular spring. There are three set of springs are there. So I will select first 5 Newton mass. Click it OK. Then if you click OK, then everything parameters of the spring and mass system will come here. Weight 5 Newton. Spring detail is come. Measure coil diameter, wire diameter, numbers of active coil, modulus of rigidity. Everything will be appear here. Now I will go to the next page. Next page it will what is showing there. Next page, before this is the things, what is the stiffness of the spring you have chosen following the strength of material approach, approach, and what is the natural frequency in that. Then we go to the next page for that detail. Now this is the formula for spring K equal to G small d to the power 4 divided by 8 d cube by n, sorry, 8 d cube n. So here these are the G is the torsional modulus, D is the wire diameter, capital D is the mean coil diameter, and number of active coil. Natural frequency is the formula is given, root over K by M. So these things. Okay, the if you put a solution, it will give you the solution of these things. You can get the stiffness of this spring like this. Okay, this is the mass, and here the natural frequency. You get 3 hertz. Okay. Okay, now go to the next page. If you plot, click it plot, you can get the load versus elongation line. Okay, up to elastic limit it will be a straight line. If you crossing the elastic limit after yield point stream, it will be placed, your spring will be deformed. Okay, so this is the safe region within elastic level. Now again go to the, you can see these are the parameters you can get from here, the obtain the stiffness and the frequency. Okay, go to the next page, and if you start simulation like this, you can get a simulation when spring is oscillating by about some mass. This is the frequency you can get. You can get it, take a small stop simulation. You can analyze this graph. Okay. Now go to next page. So if you click it show data, then these are the cycles. Initially I was already shown in the manual what is cycle 1. So first peak, first cycle, first amplitude, you can, this data here comes as 0.3425. As for second cycle it is this, third cycle this, then automatically logarithm decrement delta is coming for this all four cycles. So average time period in second is it coming, and average logarithm decrement also it is coming here. So directly you can put here damping ratio, you can get the damping ratio from here, and natural frequency and damped natural frequency you can, hint is given, from that you need to find out, and how much spring stiffness you need to find out. Okay, like this. And from next page you can display result. These are the damping ratio, natural frequency, everything is coming. You can compare the result, theoretical and static and theoretical result, and from dynamic response these are the systems. So okay, this is the end of this experiment. That is very easy. You can click several times. You can do several times by this simulation experiment. You can get these data. You can verify with that. I will share the manual with you. From that manual, you can uh, correlate with this simulation this interface, and you can find this data. Okay. For your report submission, you need to this data you need to write in your report, and for the graphs also you can take a screenshot from here. You can attach in your report. Okay. Then I will go to one practical experiment of this experiment where I using a spring which is from a bicycle stand. Then I will add a mass of 4 kg. So how will it will done by me? Let's go there. Okay, this is our practical experiment. So this is the spring from a bicycle. I collect this spring. So this is the spring we are going to test the free vibration and the stiffness of the spring we are going to find. This is a irregular diameter shape. I will collect the all diameters of this spring from all the sections. Then take an average data from where I get a mean diameter. Okay, so mean diameter. This is the capital D. Capital D I will get from the table taking different section diameter, and from multiple diameter I am taking the average between, I will get the D mean. Okay, so don't be confused, and for small d I am measuring this diameter of this wire of this spring. Okay, this is small d. Okay. Then let's begin the video. Okay, this is the spring. Then I put taking this type of weight. Total 4 weights are there. This is 1 kg. The total four blocks are there, so 4 kg. This is the accelerometer. Okay, this is the accelerometer sensor. From this sensor, we are collecting the data of acceleration data. We are collecting from here. Okay, and paste this accelerometer sensor with Fevikwik. Okay, so this is the accelerometer this model name, and this is the serial number. From this serial number and this number you can find out the sensitivity of this sensor, and accordingly that sensitivity number and that sensitivity value you need to put in the software, LabVIEW software. Then only we get the accurate result. Okay, so let's move to the next part. This is C. This is the mass 4 kg. Total 4 blocks are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 blocks are there. So total 4 kg. Next. Next, I'm building the block diagram with NI LabVIEW software. So this type of interface it is. NI LabVIEW software. If you open, the 2 windows will come like this. Then you need to select input. You select the data acquisition assistance. Then you need to configure this assistance with your sensor, whatever you connect. So we are using accelerometer, so we select acceleration here. Then select the port number. We are connected our accelerometer in our data acquisition system, that is USB 443 to AI0 port. We are connected our sensor with BNC connector. So that's why I am selecting this port number. Okay, then if you click finish there, then this type of interface will be appear. From this interface you need to put the sensitivity of the sensor. Okay, so this is the calibration chart. In this calibration chart, this is our sensor sensitivity, millivolt per gram. This is our sensor model. Okay, from that calibration chart we need to put that this value in that uh, data acquisition system block. Okay, let's see how to put that. So here then this file measurement file you can put in the block diagram, and you can save it to a particular, give a particular name. The whatever the data collected from this accelerometer, you can save automatically from this PC. For that you can write any name like test1 or spring data, like, and you can give any particular name of your file. So these are the settings. So right measurement file is come. Now for analyzing, you need to select one graph. Then in this part, how it is connected, the mass, it is shown. Mass is connected with accelerometer. We are return back to block diagram again. Don't worry for that. This is the mass and the spring. It is connected like this. So you can take a look, closer look of the system. Okay, again back to the block diagram. So in this graph page, this in the two pages of pop up initially. From this, in this graph page, you need to select this one XY graph. It will come like this, and from that XY graph you need to connect like this by mouse, clicking by the mouse. You can connect wires like this to getting the signal. Then for execute control, you put a while loop while loop of all the block diagram. So it will run continuously. So by clicking running, you can get the data of your system from the accelerometer like this. See, we are striking by hammer, start oscillating, we are getting the data like this. To wait some time, that you are getting a better result, better data. Then the frequency you can get, you can stop, pause there, and you can get this data. Okay, so this is our final result. By striking by a hammer, you get this data frequency from that spring, from that accelerometer sensor. So this is then natural frequency. From this frequency we need to find the natural frequency. Okay, so how to get the data from this graph? You need to select this, go to property, and you can get the cursor disk. From the cursor value, you just shift the lines from in the graphs in the computer software, you will get the particular point data. Say for first cycle x1, what will be the x1? This is the x1. Sorry, it is x is the time value is given. So this and this is x is showing the time value, and from y, this line, from this line, sorry, this line, not this line, one. Let me show you this value. This value is your time. Okay, time t1, t2, whatever you get here, and from here you can get the time. Okay, from this value, this is the your time, say t1, t2, t3, whatever you get here, and this is your x value, this x value. Okay, x value, x1, x2, x3 you can get here according to your uh, according to your cursor, whatever you where you're shifting your this lines, you can get the values of this that point. Say first you get this point data, this point data. So this is your x1. So this is your t1. So this is your t2. And this this is your x2. Sorry, this is your x2, this is x3, like that. We are considering 1 2 3, this is 4 and this is 5 cycle we are taking from this experiment. That's why we are giving the 5 data for you. Okay, so we are giving the 5 cycle data to you for your calculation. Hope you get understand this experiment. From this data you can see, I will again play the video, you can get a clear idea of this. So let me erase this one. Okay. Like shifting this cursors, this is x, you can get the time of this point, second cycle data. Again, if you shift these two lines, you can shift there, shift here. In the third cycle, you can get the third cycle data. Like you can n number of cycle data you can collect like this from this graphs. Whatever data you graphs collected from the accelerometer in the ecosystem, you can get n numbers of data and you can collect like this. So we are in this case, in this experiment, we will collect up to only 5 data we are collecting. From 5 data, you need to do the calculations. Okay, so 5 data is sufficient. So again, I'm back to that my manual. I'm back to my manual here. So from that last video of that accelerometer data we are showing there, that this one for 5 cycle we are getting the data. So these are the 5 cycle data. This is for first cycle, this is for first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, and according to x and t1, x2, t2, everything is given. The finally what you need to do, you need to find these two things. Okay, the stiffness of the spring and natural frequency of the spring. These are the formulas, again I am written here for your help. Okay, so you are unable to understand this experiment. Final objective of this experiment to find out the natural frequency of a spring, then we need to find the stiffness of a spring. Okay, so still if you have any doubt, then we are available in the online class on the day of experiment, and also you can write a mail to me if you have if you have some more doubt, then we will try to rectify those doubt. Thank you for today. Thank you for joining us.